And I'm live. So today was my last day. 15-year engineering career at places like CBW Automation, at places like Berry Plastics, now Berry Global, 4 years at Tesla, and now for the last 9 months at a company called Vartega here in Denver, Colorado. For the last 10 years, I've worn a bow tie every single day to work. As a maintenance supervisor at Tesla, as an engineer at a plastics company, as an engineer at Vartega. And today, it's my last day as an engineer. Now, why am I doing this? What is happening? What is going on? Well, over the last 5 years, I have put a significant amount of work into myself, digging deep into the stories, digging deep into learning about who I am. And over the last 5 years, I've made a giant transformation of just who I am in terms of my body and my physical fitness and the importance that brings, who I am in my spirituality. What do I believe about God? What do I believe about myself and that relationship and what that spirituality means to me? And leaning into and exploring what that's actually like for me. I've done a lot of work into what it is to be the kind of father that I want to be. I left Tesla so that I could be home every night with my family because I was tired of my daughter saying, "Dad, I don't want to miss you anymore." So I left. Was willing to set aside my identity as a Tesla employee, as a Tesla maintenance supervisor, as an engineer for one of the greatest companies there is, and step into being at home. Now today is a new transition. Today was my last day as an engineer at Vartega. Now, full transparency, it's not 100% true. It's my last full-time day. I'm going to stay on there part-time to help with my transition and just to kind of assist in my transition out. So I'll be there part-time, but it's not my full-time gig anymore. I'm stepping full-time into coaching. Transformational coaching, because what I have learned, what I've been able to implement, what I've been able to do as an engineer over the last 5 years, taking these methods and taking these systems that I've invested in learning and applying them into my own life, using my problem-solving skills as an engineer, as an engineering leader, and instead of just solving problems for somebody in a company, taking those problem solutions, those solution skills, and applying them into my own life. Over the last 8 years, I've gone from being 280 pounds down to, I was at 196 and currently sitting at about 213. I've taken my alcohol consumption. I went from something that I drank every day, used to lie to myself and say, I'm never going to drink again, and then feel sad when I was drinking again the next day. Took my family where I was disconnected, and, my wife at one point in time, after I'd quit drinking, said, I didn't think you were going to be able to stop. And took my spirituality to a point where last year I took a knee and accepted Christ into my heart. And what that means for me is me. Doesn't mean I have to mean anything to anybody else, but I actually took a position on something and let my spiritual divinity and let my spiritual identity come to the surface and accept and lean into what it is for me. And that kind of transformation only happens with the work that I did. That kind of transformation only happens because I was willing to lean in and do the work and invest in me. And realized at the end of May, April into May, realized that while I've done some fantastic things in my career as an engineer, what I really want to do is help other people. I just really want to help other people, whether it's with overcoming their alcohol consumption to where it goes from where it's uncontrolled to where it's controlled. I want to help engineering leaders step into leading themselves, because you cannot be a leader unless you're leading yourself. I want to help engineering leaders who are disconnected from their body, disconnected from their spirituality, disconnected from their family. Lean into those and watch as your career takes off and your business acumen, your ability to lead inside of a company goes from here to here. So what am I doing? I am launching a coaching business. In this journey, starting today, Project Wild Orca Day 0. Project Wild Orca Day 0 is me, myself, the way I see myself as an orca, an apex predator of the ocean who has been swimming inside of a cage for a while, right? You remember the movie Free Willy, and I'm dating myself there. Got out of the cage, and then he got stuck in a harbor for a little bit. That's where I've been. Swimming in ocean water, but not quite in the ocean. So today, I leap. And over the next 60 days and beyond, I'm going to be documenting my life as I go from where I'm at now, launching a 7-figure coaching business from 0 to 7 figures. And I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to document my process as I go there. And I'm going after engineering leaders. And I'll help engineers, and I'll help people who aren't engineers. But I'm going after engineering leaders because what I believe is there's very few people on the planet who can speak to engineers the same way that I can. There's very few people who can lead them and lean in and understand them well enough to understand where to go and how to talk to them. And I figure I have a couple paths to kind of leave my mark on this planet. I can continue to lean into the engineering and engineering leadership as one person, and I'd be fine. I would have a great impact on the planet. I'm doing pretty well. Or what if I can go help lean into helping engineering leaders who help their teams and lean into them and teach them how to lead themselves better? What kind of impact does that have? If I can go impact the people who impact the planet, what happens if I can impact one engineering leader who impacts 10 engineers? What happens if I can impact 10 engineering leaders who impact 150 engineers? See where I'm going? What happens if I can impact 10,000 engineers over the next 5 or 10 years of my life? How much better does the world get if I can impact enough engineers that we can actually start to build things that matter, to where engineers go from a place where they're not feeling like they show up at work and get told to sit at a cubicle and do the same rote task over and over and over again, bored, willing to go drive an Uber instead of get paid to be an engineer. What happens if I can impact those people? What happens if I can actually have an impact on the people that impact the planet? That's what I want. That's what I'm leaning into. That's what I'm going after. So this is my journey. Today is day 0. Now, how am I going to do this? Well, here's my super secret plan. One of my mentors is Garrett J. White. And I think 4 or 5 years ago, Garrett wrote a 30-day plan for Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels. If you lost everything and had to rebuild it in 30 days, what would you do? And he laid out a 30-day plan, day by day by day by day, what he would do. And in his plan, he set out to make $100,000 in the first 30 days. So I'm going to follow that plan. That's part 1. Part 2 is I'm going to strategically combine it, because I'm really good at that. Combine it with Alex Hormozzi and his offer generation and his lead generation that he just came out with. He just released a book called $100 Million Leads, talking about how he has brought his own personal income, net worth, to $100 million using the system that he created. He had a book launch that was just massive on August 19th. So I'm going to strategically combine Garrett White's 30 days and Alex Hormozzi's $100 million leads with a little bit of a sprinkle of $100 million offer. And I'm going to go out and I'm going to build the engine that serves engineering leaders moving forward. And that's how I'm going to build a 7-figure coaching business from 0. And that's today. So today is my last day of work as an engineer. It will not be the last day I wear a bow tie. That'll stick. And it's not the last day I'm going to work, because tomorrow I'm going to wake up and work hard. I've got 60 days to demonstrate to my wife that I can replace my engineering salary with money that I make in coaching. So I'm going to go and apply exactly what Garrett says and what Alex says. People who have already walked the path, marketers who have had a giant impact on the planet with what they've brought to the market and how they teach people how to work inside a business. I'm going to take and I'm going to put my tack and I'm going to go help out engineers and other people who are drawn to me. And I'm going to help the people who come to me and teach them how to transform their lives in the same way that I transformed mine. That's my mission. That's my calling. That's what I'm here to do. That's what I want to do. I'm willing to leave a 6-figure engineering job to step into a place where I have no paycheck just so I can go help other engineers. So if you're watching this, I don't know what platform you're watching on. I'm currently live on Facebook. I'm currently live on LinkedIn, and I'm currently live on YouTube. And I'm currently live on Instagram. So if you're on any of those and you're curious what it's going to look like to watch somebody leave an engineering job and step into the world of transformational coaching and training and build a 7-figure business from scratch, I want you to hit the follow button, the subscribe button, whatever you need to do, because that's happening. And this is the journey. This is my journey. This next little bit is all going to be about me demonstrating what I can do when I just do what other people tell me to do. See, the problem is with a lot of smart people who try to get into this, we let our heads get in the way. I know plenty of people who aren't necessarily as intelligent as me, who are way better at making money and marketing. My biggest obstacle is going to be me and my brain. And you're going to see how I work through that, how I deal with that. I'm going to share the work that I do daily, that I teach other people. You're going to see me use the systems that I have to get through my day to help go teach people the systems that I use and have to help them get through their day. And you're going to see my own transformation. Here's where I'm at now. Here's where I was when I started. Here's where I'm at now. Here's where I'm going. How do I get from here to here? The exact same way that I want to teach people to go from wherever they're at to where they want to go. That seems interesting. If that seems like a journey you want to watch, come along. Join me. It's going to be fun. It's going to be real. You're going to see the full honest truth of what it's like to try and do what I'm going to do. There'll be tears. There'll be joy. There'll be celebration. There's going to be a lot of fucks. I say fuck a lot. Some days I'll have the little hair on the side of my head, and other days I won't. Some days I'll have bow ties. Some days I won't. But this is the journey that I'm embarking on, and you are invited to come along with me. So, come along with me. Hit all the buttons. Leave a comment. If you have any ideas or things you want to know about as we come along, leave a comment below. That's it. I'm out. I got to go do one more video tonight before I go to bed. Have a fantastic evening. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, do all the things. Have a great night.